Hey everyone, what's going on? Instant Classic here. Just got back yesterday from TNA's Bound for Glory live. It was a ton of fun. Probably, I want to say, I don't know, I might be just saying this out of the moment, but it's probably the best wrestling show I've ever been to. It's between that and Man Up from Ring of Honor. I don't know which was better, but here's my ticket. Yep, so, oh man, it was such a fun show. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down stuff I liked from the show, stuff I didn't like. I'm not going to do star ratings because it's kind of hard for me to really follow matches that well while I'm watching live. But I'm going to give some thoughts of what I thought of the show and TNA Live overall. First, to start off, they were in a venue called the Sears Center. And WWE, for those who don't know, they use a venue closer to Chicago called the Allstate Arena. And when they come to Chicago, and then TNA, they decided to use this other building called the Sears Center, which is a bit smaller and kind of really made better for wrestling. It's not in a the Allstate Arena that WWE uses. It's a round, and the Sears Center is kind of like a U, so it was a lot better for wrestling. They taped off, there was 2 levels, and they taped off the entire top level because, I mean, they realistically, they were not going to sell that many tickets. So, that was alright, but, couple of things. This is such a nice, the Sears Center was such a nice venue, way nicer than Allstate Arena. It is a lot newer, but it was just overall the experience there, just being, the building was just so much better, far superior than the one WWE uses. I was really impressed with that. So, alright, to start off the dark match, we had Eric Young versus Lance Hoyt. For the live crowd, this was hard to see because they had the Steel Asylum, or I think that's what they call that thing, the Steel Asylum set up for this match because, you know, they had to get ready for the next one. And so, I mean, it was kind of hard to see. They only gave it about like 3 to 5 minutes. Nothing really to, I mean, it was just to get the crowd a little bit warmed up. So that was that. And then we had the Steel Asylum, which was very good, a lot of sweet spots in there, but once again, for the live crowd, it was very hard to see through that thing. I know I kind of tuned out a lot of times during the match just because, I mean, it was very difficult to see. That was actually a really fun match, though. Alright, next we had the Bimbo Brawl. Yeah, this was just kind of there, wasn't really anything special. I kind of wasn't sure why this was even on the card. It was kind of pointless, if you ask me. But Rhino got a huge pop, and so did ODB. Those two are really over. So that was fun. Next we had Sheik Abdul Bashir versus Consequences Creed, which is funny because the people who I went with, they were all of Middle Eastern descent, so we were all kind of rooting for Bashir, I'm sorry, and everyone else is, you know, rooting for Creed, and they're, you know, kind of looking over at us funny, but it was fun. So that match was a pretty decent match. I don't know, I wasn't really that into it because both of these guys are kind of new, and I'm not really I haven't really been keeping up that much lately, but I really think this show has really lit a fire lit my spark for wrestling again, so it was fun stuff. Alright, next we had the 3-way women's match. To be honest, I don't really remember a lot of this match. It was pretty good from what I remember, but yeah, a lot of my friends who I was with, they were absolutely shocked to see Awesome Kong. They're like, who is this dude? I'm like, no, that's a woman. They're like, wow, that is one large woman. Yep, so yeah, that was pretty funny. Next we had Monsters Ball, which was very good. I liked this a lot. A lot of sweet spots. Live, it was really fun to see all the crowd interaction and whatnot. I frickin' did not get to see the Abyss bump because 2 jackasses by me were like about to start a fight, and I was like, I had to make sure that I was gonna get up and move if they were going to start. So, I mean, really, if you ever go to a live show, please don't put your sign up in the middle of a match. I mean, it just really ruins it for everyone. So, it's really annoying, and I don't know. That's what they were getting into a fight about, so whatever. Overall, though, really great. I don't really like the ending. Or, no, not the ending necessarily. I just don't like the winner. I don't know. I think Beer Money is getting kind of stale. I don't really like them that much anymore. So I'm ready for new tag team champions. It's alright. Next we had AJ versus Christian versus Booker. To be completely honest, I didn't pay attention a lot to this match. I was kind of talking with people during this match, but from what I did see, AJ did do some pretty sick stuff. I liked when he let's see what happened. He hit Booker, and then he did a backflip, and as he was doing the backflip, Christian came in underneath him and then hit Booker with like a lariat. I thought that was really cool. I liked that spot a lot. And then there were a couple more things that AJ can do, his little flips and Pele's and whatnot. He's really good with that. So it was good to see his old style back. It was in 2007. He really had for some reason he just didn't want to. He just didn't. I don't know if he didn't want to or if he was booked that way, but he just didn't do any of his sweet wrestling anymore. And now he is. So I was pretty happy. Next we had Angle versus Jarrett. This was definitely the crowd was the most divided for this match. There were a lot of Angle fans, a lot of Jarrett fans. I would say there were probably a little bit more Angle fans than Jarrett. I like both of these guys. I wasn't going to root for one or the other. But yeah, a lot of fun match. A lot of people are giving this more credit than I would have, honestly. Live, I mean, there was even a point early on in the match when some people were chanting boring. I wouldn't have gone that far, but I mean, I didn't think it was. I mean, I saw some people give this 4 stars. I would not give it that much, but a good match nonetheless, very good. And then finally, the end, we had Sting versus Joe. Which, oh wow, fun match. For those of you who don't know, Sting is my favorite wrestler of all time, and I'm not a Joe fan by any stretch of the term. So I was really rooting for Sting here, and most of us were rooting for Sting. Sting was definitely more over here than Joe. But honestly, the stair spot Joe did, if you didn't see it, what they did where they were fighting in the crowd, they went up a set of stairs, and Joe came flying over. Like, Sting was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 steps down, and Joe came flying off the top over the rail and like drop kicked Sting. It was honestly, I mean, I thought it was a lot cooler than a lot of people. I screamed, I was like, oh my god, dude, that had a kill. And some people just kind of looked at me funny. But, yeah, what can you do? My friend got some really sweet shots. He got Joe in the air doing that spot. He got this sweet Sting pose just with his camera. So if I can find any way to upload those on the video, I will. If anybody has any wants to help me out with that, that'd be appreciated. Yeah, so that was it. That's the show. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, this is probably the best show I've ever been to. Just the building was great, and then as you left, I mean, the number of people was perfect for a wrestling crowd, because there wasn't like so many like at WWE where it's like you're trying to get out and there's so much clutter and confusion that it's just annoying. But there's not like too little where sometimes it's like awkward if you cheer, you know, at like, I don't know, Shikara, which I did attend by the way in September. I tried to make a video about it, but it kept getting messed up. So anyway, yeah, a lot of fun. I'm hoping TNA is going to come back soon, and I can go again. So I appreciate it, and I'll try and come on again soon. All right, see you.